The Berthouville treasure is one of the richest and best documented hoards of Roman silver found in Gaul. Discovered in 1830 in a temple precinct in Normandy, the assemblage, some 90 pieces of silver and silver gilt, was clearly a votive deposit connected to a sanctuary of Mercury. Its mixture of devotional iconography, luxury tableware, and exquisitely worked ritual vessels makes the hoard unusually informative for questions of provincial religion, artistic exchange, and ancient metalworking. The hoard of silver objects was unearthed on March 21, 1830 when a farmer struck a tile while ploughing near the hamlet of La Villerette, commune of Berthouville, in the Eure department of Normandy. The metalwork lay in a shallow brick-lined cyst beneath a paving tile and was recovered intact. The find was promptly acquired for Parisian collections and has been conserved in the Cabinet de Médailles, Bibliothèque nationale de France. Later archaeological work in the late 19th century identified the site as the precinct of a Gallo-Roman sanctuary dedicated to a local form of Mercury, commonly called Mercurius Canatinensis, confirming a votive, cultic context for the deposit. The hoard totals roughly 93 items and weighs about 25 kilograms of precious metal. The objects range in date from the 1st through the 2nd century AD, with a final deposition probably toward the late 2nd or early 3rd century. The assemblage combines two clear iconographic strands. First, a suite of objects explicitly dedicated to Mercury. Multiple bowls and libation vessels that bear Mercury imagery or inscriptions. And two gilt silver statuettes representing the god, the larger about 60 centimeters high. These pieces display canonical attributes associated with Mercury in the Roman world: traveling cap or pedicis, caduceus in some representations, and the ritual attendant cock, marking them as votive offerings to the god. Second, a group of luxury domestic silver of high Roman taste. Sci-fi drinking cups, wine jugs and a repoussé silver vessel decorated with centaurs and Dionysiac motifs, bearing the name of a dedicant, Quintus Domitius Tutus, and suggesting that some valuable household silver was converted into votive gifts. The juxtaposition of mercurial votives and Dionysiac tableware hints at overlapping cultic and social practices, offerings tied to both religious devotion and elite conviviality. Technically, the Berthouville objects display some of the most accomplished Roman Tarudic work preserved from the provinces. Many vessels are made in silver and partially gilded, with decoration executed by repoussé, chasing, incised detail and applied gilded fittings. Several pieces show Italian or Hellenistic stylistic models. One small silver jug, for example, is in a recognizable Roman pastoral repertory. Another high-relief skyphos with centaurs betrays a workshop conversant with Hellenistic sculptural conventions. At the same time, some items reflect local forms and iconographic preferences. The mix of styles indicates that sanctuaries in the provinces received dedications manufactured in different artistic centers: Italy, the Eastern Mediterranean and local workshops, revealing active patterns of trade, gift exchange and aesthetic acculturation. Interpreting the hoard requires reading both the objects and their ritual setting. The concentration of votive material at a Mercury sanctuary underlines the god's special status in Gallic religion. Roman authors identify Mercury as a chief deity for many Gallic peoples, and local epithets and cults frequently fused native and Roman forms. Several vessels bear the formula V.S.L.M., votum solvet libens merito. He fulfills his vow willingly and deservedly. The presence of inscribed dedications indicates that the items were offerings made in thanks for favors or in fulfillment of vows. The high luxury quality of many pieces, golding, sculptural relief, imported silverware, suggests that dedications were often the preserve of elites who could afford to offer objects of demonstrable value. At the same time, the variety of objects, from utilitarian bowls to monumental statuettes, implies a range of votive scale accommodating different levels of wealth and piety within the sanctuary community. Archaeologists have debated why the hoard was buried. Early explanations invoked panic, war, raids or administrative seizure, yet subsequent study of the sanctuary sequence and of coin dates among associated finds favors a non-emergency sealing or ritual closing of the deposit in the later 2nd or early 3rd century AD. The Berthouville treasure stands at the intersection of religion, luxury and artistic exchange in Roman Gaul. As votive material from a Mercury sanctuary, it reveals how Roman and Gallic religious vocabularies were negotiated in provincial contexts. As a corpus of high-quality silverware, it shows how metropolitan artistic fashions and local preferences coexisted. And as an archaeological deposit, it illuminates the social uses of costly objects in acts of devotion and elite display. Continued technical study of the treasure's metallurgy and style, and careful publication of its find context, will keep the hoard central to debates about economy, cult and identity in the Roman provinces. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you won't miss new ones.